So apparently Beyonce kidnapped and blackballed Sia. What the fuck? Yeah, so in
you guys want to hear something terrifying? The Prophecy of the Pope. This book was found in the Vatican archives in the 1500s.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, this is money coming. This is money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, this is money coming. This is money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, this is money coming. This is money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, this is money coming. This is money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, this is money coming. This is.
So apparently this spooky video came from Mexico. So you see where the red arrow was? There was a dog there, or a figure of a dog, and the dog started running towards that car, towards the very front of the gate. And as he gets in front of the car, he turns into a human. Do you see that? So he was running on all fours, but you can barely see him because he kind of looks see-through, which is like a ghost-like. And then from there on, he transformed into a man, because it looked like a man. It doesn't look like a woman, and it looks like it's delaying every time like he runs. It delays, which is how you will see ghosts in like cameras and stuff. Or
so apparently Beyonce kidnapped and blackballed Sia. What the fuck? Yeah, so in 2016, Sia puts when is the last time you heard about Sia? Never.
Bare time ago. But she was number one on radio for a minute.
Yeah, exactly, until this. So in 2016, she puts out a random tweet.
Yeah.
Like, no correlation. It's one of those ones where it's like eggs, bacon, grease.
Oh, it's a code.
Yeah, it's code. It's code. It says, baby, everything your own nice cat eats, period. Kangaroo is dead. Nowhere and purple penguins every day. My egg.
What the fuck? Yeah.
You take every single letter of the first word, spells Beyonce kidnapped me.
No way.
And in one of the interviews when Beyonce was talking about Sia, look what she said.
Can we interview Sasha?
No, she's never done an interview. I don't know if she ever will, because I don't really think I'd like her interview.
No, I don't think I really would want her to be in an interview. Michael Jackson, I'll see ya. See ya, double hundred, baby. Oh.
now with everything coming out about Beyonce, I can't help but to think twice about what I just watched, especially when it comes to the Sia lady, because she never actually shows her face. It's almost like she tried to hide from something, but not really, because she does get on stage and perform, which we haven't seen her for a long time. But with everything coming out about Beyonce allegedly kidnapping people, don't come for me, Beyonce, but this is alleged, this is what I've been reading, and doing the unthinkable to people, this is not far-fetched. I mean, a few months ago I would be thinking twice, but now all of a sudden everything is starting to come out, and it's really making me question whether or not these people are like real actual killers, because her and her husband, they've been telling us these things for years in their music, about the On the Run tour, the lyrics in their music, and people who have been coming out. And while all these celebrities basically have to say thank you to Beyonce before they even receive an award, or after receiving an award, they have to stop and say thank you to Beyonce. Well, who is Beyonce? Like, why is Beyonce being quote unquote worshipped by all these celebrities, and they cannot get past the door or the gate without thanking her, which is kind of weird. So it really make you think. But this is all alleged. We don't know if this is true. It sounds very crazy, but truth is stranger than fiction, so I'll never dismiss anything as long as it has a little fact in it. But then again, why would she go through all this to write that? Because don't you remember about the whole Taylor Swift new album about Kim or Amy, when you can tell she was talking about Kim, but it's really, she said Amy or something like that. And anyways, they be trying to put little messages for you to decode here and there. I mean, they got people on the internet decoding stuff. I just watched a video and report on it. I don't have time to be doing all this decoding unless it's something that's important to me. Anyways, next video.
You guys want to hear something terrifying? The Prophecy of the Pope. This book was found in the Vatican archives in the 1500s, and it was authored by, his name was Malachi of Armagh, but this book has 111 cryptic phrases. Basically, basically, it predicted every single pope from in 1143 all the way to our current pope, Pope Francis.
No way.
But the scary thing is, after Pope Francis, the last one, it just says in Judgment Day.
Oh gosh.
It literally ends after Pope Francis?
Yes. The creepiest thing that I saw inside St. Paul's Basilica, like bordering the whole inner sanctuary, is every single pope, like a picture of every single pope. But what's weird is that there's only a certain amount of markers to where you can put a picture. One left after Pope Francis. They have always said that once that last slot is filled, it will be the end of the world. What he predicted and the time it took to go from the first pope that he wrote about to the second halfway mark pope was 422 years. And he's saying from the middle one to the end, another 422 years will be the end of the world. And if you do 422 years from the middle pope, which was 1585, that year is 2027.
Dang!
Pope John the 23rd, he said that the end of the world would happen 2,000 years plus Christ's life. So that adds up to 2027 as well.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe that something is going to end after the last Pope Francis. According to like all of this information that I've gotten about like the Vaticans and how they like withhold a lot of information, and a lot of books, a lot of powerful books are kept in the Vatican. So I do believe that to be true, but I believe also is that's coming to an end of an era, an end of a group of people ruling over the masses, and now it's going to either all of the nations are going to come together like a one world currency, one world nation kind of thing, and or another group is going to take over and start ruling because the pendulum have to swing back. And my other thing too is that from what they're saying about like 20 is gonna end or start over in 2027. Well, have you ever heard about the 2030 law, the 2030 rule?
Elon Musk just introduced Optimus, and we could be living in the movie iRobot. These new Optimus robots were just featured by Elon Musk, saying they'll cost anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 and will help do things around the house like wash dishes, walk your dog, or even watch your child. And these do look very similar to the cyborgs in iRobot, but that wasn't the only similarity. Elon also had a big rollout in autonomous vehicles like this robo-bus, which is basically a self-driving bus. And just like the cyborgs, this looks just like the buses in iRobot. Again, it doesn't stop there. When Elon rolled up to the event, he did it in this robo-taxi, which looks sleek and super cool, but it's literally the same car that Will Smith walks out of in iRobot. Now, Elon is known to troll people, so he could just be pulling inspiration from the movie, but it goes a step further. Elon is trying to make full cities with only autonomous vehicles, saying instead of cities being plagued with parking lots, they'll just be parks. And in theory, that does sound cool, but taking people's freedom to drive might be a harder sell. With that being said, Optimus and the autonomous vehicles were very impressive.
Now, don't get me wrong, I do see the whole robot situation to be a problem, but I also see it as a solution also. Because yes, robots are going to be taking over because that's kind of the point, you know, for them to start doing stuff that human beings cannot do or can do but need to be paid to do. And also we need a break whenever we work and all that stuff. And that is the reason why a lot of companies, a lot of big companies are going to start hiring robots to do the basic work that human beings used to do and get paid for and still got to be paid. Holiday pay, health insurance have to be covered by the company, you know, slip and fall, all these crazy things. But we saw this coming from the beginning. They've been telling us this in movies that is going to happen. Look at now, they used to have housekeepers at Walmart, but now they have a big white robot with googly eyes mopping the floors. And guess what? This person's never going to make a mistake and hit someone because this damn robot has a mind of its own.
Is it almost go time? Yes, thank you. All right. People, this is not a drill. This is what we've trained for. I'm not setting a date or anything. I'm just letting you know right now, hands down, Bible prophecies are unfolding right before our eyes. And this one, oh, you don't want to miss this one. This one even had me a little bit shook, a lot shook. I was shaken. I know that by now you have seen the Revelation 12 phenomenon that's going on in the skies. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. Okay, by now I know you guys have all seen this, Virgo. The way that Virgo is currently positioned is exactly all of this. The moon is at her feet, and with Leo and the 3 wandering stars, she has 12 stars up above her head. Here's the cool part. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. Guys, right now there is an amazing phenomenon going on. Check this out. There is actually right here, she's got something in there called child, right in where her womb is. The moon at her feet, and she is about to give birth to child. Okay, there is so much more to this, but I wanted to get to something else, something that is going to make your jaw absolutely hit the ground. That is exactly how Virgo looks this evening, tonight, just days after the beginning of Rosh Hashanah. But today, another Bible prophecy is unfolding right before our eyes as the UN meets for their SDG summit, signing a peace treaty, one that will last for 7 years. There are 193 countries that are involved in this treaty being signed at the SDG, and the entire platform of this event is the UN stating peace and safety, which brings me directly to this. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Does that sound familiar? If not, let me show you. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. Guys, that is all happening right now up above us in the skies. The peace treaty is being signed now during the summit, and Israel and Palestine have even joined. Which brings me to this. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. That is the number of countries that are signing this treaty. You may think it's 11, but one of those countries is a collection of others, making it a total of 10. But what if I were to tell you it gets better? Further on in Revelations 12, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she may fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. Does somebody want to please explain to me why it is that the UN has something like this hanging on the wall during the SDG summit? At first glance, you almost think it's Christ on the cross. No. But really, what is that? It is a woman with 2 wings of an eagle about to take flight, with the Revelations 9 prophecy further unfolding right before our eyes. And while I'm at it and I'm dropping bombs, I might as well drop this one too. Revelation 13. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. Clearly, when they're talking about 10 crowns, they're talking about countries. The SDG summit, the peace treaty. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Now, I know that there's been a lot of speculation that this is the shield of King Charles's family, the royal family. But no, I know exactly who that is. Have you ever seen this statue? Well, I'll tell you one place you could have seen it before they, I believe, took it down. This was erected outside of the UN, the United Nations. A beast that was likened to a leopard, with feet like a bear, mouth like a lion, and the dragon gave him the power. You guys, it's not the royal family at all. The beast of the sea is the United Nations. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all of the world wondered after the beast. I believe this will have everything to do with the currency that everyone's going to partake in. When one country's currency may fail, the UN, as it's a collective one world currency, will fix it. And everyone will be in awe, wonder, and amazement. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Really, who is able to make war with the United Nations? Who will be able to have great authority when all nations come together as one? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And this right here just solidifies my revelation, if you will. Revelation 13:7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given to him over all kindred and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Are you hearing it? Just as Thessalonians said, the minute you start hearing them say peace and safety, you better head for the hills because destruction is soon to come. And the SDG Summit, the entire platform is built on the words peace and safety. Universal peace, a secure planet, based on a spirit of strengthened global solidarity, development without peace and no peace without sustainable development. Biblical prophecies are unfolding right before our eyes. Revelation 12 is happening. It's unfolding right above our heads as we speak. The prophecy written in Daniel 9, the 7-year peace treaty, is going on as we speak also at the SDG summit with the UN. You know, all of that peace and safety. And hands down, by far, at least in my heart now, I know who the beast of the sea really is. The one given great authority over all tongues and nations that no one can make war with. Who blatantly put a blasphemous statue right in front of their company, their business, that screams Revelation 13. They're putting it right there, right in front of our face. And now to see the woman with the wings of an eagle in the corner of the UN as they sign this treaty, these prophecies are undeniably happening right before our eyes. Oh, and I think I might as well just throw this one in there for you, since the UN likes to throw things right in our faces. I find it suspicious, you know, their logo is that of a map of a flat earth. Guys, things are happening just like the Bible explained. Revelations 12 is coming to pass. Rosh Hashanah was just a couple of days ago. The woman has wings of an eagle, and we now know exactly who the beast of the sea is. As the 7-year peace treaty is being signed as we speak at the SDG summit, the math is all mathing, and it does seem, my friends, Yeshua will be coming back much sooner than we know. Guys, this is exciting. Please don't be scared. Repent, turn from sin, and give your life fully to Yeshua and to Yahweh, because soon Yeshua will be coming back for his bride. I love you guys with my entire great big heart. Stay awake. Don't get caught sleeping. He will come like a thief in the night, but he will not catch his children off guard, because we will be awake and we will be watching, and we will be so ready to go home. Isn't it cool we're that generation that Bible talks about? Yeah, we're the generation that shall not pass away until all of these prophecies are fulfilled. And guys, we're running out of prophecies to be fulfilled, meaning Yeshua will be coming back very soon.